Modern football depends heavily on speed in all areas of the field, making it a punishing game for players who are a few yards too slow. The ability to run past defenders onto through balls gives strikers a significant advantage, while defenders must have a good turn of speed to stay up. Speed at a distance is only one tool in a player's toolbox. They also need strength, fitness, game awareness, and ball handling ability. But a successful sprinter has a firm foundation on which to build. In today's video, you'll talk about the top 10 fastest players. Before we get straight into it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel to get more amazing content. Let's get into it. Number 10. Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah can pretty much do it all, from operating up close and personal to whizzing past opponents like they're not even there. Salah joined Liverpool in 2017 and has since become a genuine sensation in the Premier League. You can just feel the physical difference in this Egyptian international as his career's advanced after putting memories of his dismal 2-year time at Chelsea behind him. He has the abilities and general mindset to develop into the force of nature we all know and adore today, despite Salah's lightning-quick pace not being the only factor in the spotlight. This naturally gifted goal striker has almost no weaknesses in his game, thanks to his dexterity in tight spaces, confidence on the ball, and deadly instinct. His top speed is 35 km per hour, but when those turbojets come on, even the fastest defenders in Europe can't keep up with him. Number 9. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. His crazy collection of supercars is unmatched by many players, and even fewer could catch him when he speeds up on foot. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has established himself with some of the finest clubs in Europe, thanks to his incredibly quick footwork, which he has frequently utilized to dribble past some of the game's most seasoned defenders. This real-life Ferrari of an athlete is currently making his living with Chelsea in England. Although Aubameyang's most recent best speed was only 35.5 kph, very few players could ever expect to compete with that. His previous top speed may not have been faster than a Ferrari, but few others could even come close. Number 8. Kyle Walker. Without the necessary legs, defending against a counterattack is a nightmare, but for Manchester City, Kyle Walker is the go-to man when all else fails. He is renowned for both his defense and his savage raids into the heart of the opponent. Walker, who is 31 years old and still physically dominating, fast as an arrow, and as experienced as they come, doesn't seem to be losing any momentum. It's obvious that Kyle Walker is at the pinnacle of his abilities even now, 3 Premier League titles later. There are a lot of quick players in the game, but when it comes to defenders, Kyle Walker is right up there with the fastest of them. With a maximum speed of 35.71 km per hour, tracking back to stop a quick counterattack is no problem for him. Number 7. Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland possesses a lot of pace, but pace alone does not make a player great. It's nearly unfair, and he's most definitely not a one-trick pony. His physicality, instincts, and pure terror of defenders are the reasons why. This Norwegian beast can quickly consume the full length of the pitch and genuinely possess the best of both worlds. When his speed is insufficient to accomplish the task, he can get by opponents with just his strength when up against a center back who can match his raw power. At the age of 20, Haaland set a Bundesliga speed record during his Dortmund team's 3-2 victory over Stuttgart, and he enters this list with the top speed of 36.04 km per hour. When both fail, he just so happens to have an incredible rocket of a left boot to fall back on. Number 6. Adam Traore. Adam Traore is without a doubt the outlier of the group 99.9% of the time out of all players we are covering on this list. We've all seen the viral photographs of this guy's extraordinarily muscular physique, but when he takes off running, you'd be forgiven for believing he's half the size he actually is. An athlete as powerfully built as Traore would never be expected to have elite speed. It makes no difference that Adam Traore is the football equivalent of a boulder hurtling down the side of a mountain at peak speed at a speed of 36.08 km per hour. Number 5. Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané once appeared to be setting speed records every time he donned a jersey. Following his transfer to Bayern Munich in the summer of 2020, the former City star is having some problems. He was injured and had to join a new team. It makes it challenging for him to shine at first. His speed, though, shows no sign of slowing down. In addition, as he gets used to the club, his performance is also gaining momentum. A rare left-footed footballer who plays the left wing, the frightening thing is that Sané appears to be even quicker since moving to Bayern. and even though his most recent high mark is a lightning quick 36.51 kilometers per hour, chances are he'll surpass that before long. Sané presents defenders with a very different type of challenge, whether he's drawing from vast supply of explosive pace or not. Number 4. Marcus Rashford. Even those who have been screaming for Marcus Rashford to be dropped would acknowledge that Rashford is likely to turn it all around if he can, despite the fact that Rashford may have his own inconsistency difficulties. Rashford, who has persevered through this rough patch, is still only 24 years old and has already played 6 seasons of professional football. However, when compared to other great United Academy graduates from the past 10 years, Rashford stands out for bursting out of the starting gate to make an immediate impact on the first team back in 2015. Later, on ever wider range of technologies, joined his incredible set of wheels. He has a well-rounded overall game and has firmly established himself in the starting lineup over the years. He has engaged in several exciting duels with the aforementioned Kyle Walker in the Manchester Derby, where the two speedsters occupy opposing sides. Walker is as good an athlete as you'll find at Old Age Trafford, and he's also the fastest player in the United squad, and possibly the entire Premier League. Rashford is renowned for setting a season-high speed record of 36.3 kph when he played against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Number 3. Achraf Hakimi. When PSG signed this Moroccan megastar, they truly outdid themselves. When they took him away from an intern who had been long considered the ideal addition to the Italian team, it marked one of the best signings of the tournament this year. Hakimi's inherent speed made it possible for him to adapt particularly quickly to Antonio Conte's style of counter-attacking game. After just one season in Serie A, where he played for Juventus, even at the age of 23, Hakimi performs with a reputation as one of the top wingbacks in the world, scoring on 6 separate occasions. Hakimi maintains his position as the fastest player in the world despite falling short of the title with a blistering top speed of 36.48 kilometers per hour when compared to the rest of the PSG team and all of the outstanding speedsters they have in their ranks. Number 2. Alphonso Davies. If you Google pace, you'll undoubtedly get an image of this groundbreaking Bayern Munich star looking back at you. Alphonso Davies is without a doubt one of the greatest Canadian exports to have ever achieved substantial success in Europe. He's also regarded as one of the best left backs of the era. Once the fastest football player, right now is a 20-year-old Canadian wonderkid. He recorded a top speed of 36.51 kilometers an hour as the youngest player ever. He gained notoriety as he controlled Barcelona's midfield and strikers in the quarterfinal encounter of the 2020 Champions League. Number 1. Kylian Mbappe. When you consider that Mbappe is only 23 years old, 3 consecutive domestic goal awards, a World Cup victory, and oh yes, he runs like a cheetah, it becomes rather obvious that you're dealing with a truly world-class generational talent from his initial days as a professional. The frightening aspect of this French international is that when rival defenders see the term Mbappe, his improvements do not slow down at all. Ask Matt Hummels, who famously was left racing after Kylian Mbappe's shadow in a viral one-on-one situation renowned as one of the most lethal counter-attacking strategies. On the team sheet, they know full well that they would better pack their running shoes. It says a lot about how special of a player this guy is when his top speed of 37.9 kilometers an hour is only the tip of the iceberg. That is his overall talent if this list were strictly based on speed with the ball at their feet. Having Neymar and Messi alongside him really does bring PSG a unique, dangerous trio. Mbappe would unquestionably be at the absolute top. There you have it, folks. These are the top 10 fastest in the game of football. I bet you didn't know. I'd appreciate it if you guys gave this video a thumbs up, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss the next episode because it's going to be great. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.